I have a few videos of Trump supporters that you guys need to see. Now, one is quite funny, as you see a visibly intoxicated MAGA supporter on body camera footage trying to use Trump and RFK Jr. to get out of their arrest. Meanwhile, they're clearly drunk behind the wheel of a car. But before we dig into that one, this is a Trump supporter getting mad and hurling racial slurs at an Asian woman for absolutely no reason other than they just wanted to. Even her boyfriend tries to pull her back, tries to take off her MAGA hat and hide it because he knows how bad it looks. And I've mentioned this before, but one of the most troubling aspects of Trump's win, there's a lot of things, but it's the idea that it emboldens, it empowers certain segments of society to act on their worst urges. When you're modeling the president, and the president is a felon who has said insane things in the past, people feel emboldened to say and to act on their worst urges. And don't get me wrong, this isn't every single Trump supporter, every single Trump voter. Over 70 million Americans voted for him. Not all of them are like this, but when the Proud Boys or when far-right militias see Trump pardoning the January 6th insurrectionists, that only creates the permission structure for them to act on their worst urges. And they think, hey, if I break a law, if I'm mean or racist, but it's in favor of Donald Trump, then I can escape all accountability the same way that Trump has. So let's jump in with this first video. Obviously a bit of a trigger alert because at the beginning, this person says ching chong to an Asian person. I don't have to explain why that's racist, but let's watch.
Ching chong, eat my spaghetti rolls. Ugly ass bitch. Come on, what you gonna do?
We're done. Hey, I don't want any problem.
Look at how he takes off the MAGA hat. He knows how bad it looks.
We're done. Hey, I don't want any problem.
I'm not going done. I'm not going done. Oh, what the fuck? Can you get your eyebrow? Can you get your eyebrow? Get your eyebrow? Let me get your eyebrow. Come on, Ashley. You're the most ugliest bitch. Hey, wait, you trying that bitch? Come eat my pussy, hoe. Come on, man.
All right, I'll stop it there. It's not funny, but that's genuinely upsetting. It's upsetting in the same way as when I hear somebody in public use casual homophobia or say homophobic slurs. It's upsetting in the same way as when this is a normal person getting screamed at because they're Asian. This is not something that should be allowed in a society in 2025, I mean ever, but I thought we've largely progressed past these things, but it seems like Trump brings this regressive vibe where people feel like they can hurl racial slurs like it's 1920 and you won't have any accountability. I mean, does this woman not know she's being recorded? Or does she know and think, you know, it's 2025, Trump's president, he's a felon rapist, I can do whatever the hell I want. But I pointed this out, look at this dude, I'm assuming her boyfriend, takes off her hat because he knows it looks bad. And the caption right here says, ask them for directions to a bar in Fort Worth, Texas, and they just started yelling at us. And later on, she's saying, eat your egg roll. Eat your egg roll. It's just such a terrible thing to say. And it's the worst type of racism. I want to show you this drunk woman getting arrested next. But first, you guys remember this video of this Trump supporter freaking out on a bunch of poll workers? It's the same thing. Trump emboldens the worst people of society. And I'm not saying that if you voted for Trump, you're a terrible person. We shouldn't be using that type of rhetoric. We need to be winning people over. I'm just saying this dude emboldens a lot of terrible behavior in a way that Joe Biden doesn't.
Oh, wow. Wow.
This is my motherfucking right here.
Wow.
Why is it defending you? It's not defending you. All right, then shut the hell up and let me vote.
Okay, I worked the polls in 2020, and they told us relentlessly, if somebody comes in with Trump merchandise on, or any sort of merchandise on, you have to tell them, you can't be campaigning at the polls. Those are two things that you cannot be doing, and these women aren't telling him, hey, take off your hat because we don't like Trump. They're literally saying, you can't have political campaign gear on when you're voting because it's a form of campaigning to influence people's votes. You know, funny story from back in 2020 when I ran the polls, I just turned 18, and this lady comes in with a big Trump scarf on, literally a scarf and a hat, and it just says Trump on it. And we told her, the precinct dude told her, hey, You can't have political gear on while you're voting. It's just not how it works. And she goes, oh, do you want me to get sick? Do you want me to get a cold? What do you have against Trump? I'm not taking this off. I'm going to get sick if I do. And first of all, that's not even how you get a cold. But secondly, we finally got her to take it off because those are the damn rules. Now, finally, let's go over to this clip that was titled, Drunk, Annoying MAGA Moron Who Just Met RFK. Our JFK and RFK at Trump rally gets arrested. How did she meet JFK? Okay, let's watch this video.
Go ahead and step out the vehicle for me. We're gonna go behind your vehicle. This your car?
No.
Whose car is it?
My friends, my grandparents.
Okay, go ahead and step out.
Why?
Just go ahead and step out. We'll speak.
Okay.
We're gonna speak at the rear of your vehicle.
Okay, you can tell me when she's done speaking on my phone.
Yeah.
She's on my phone.
Go ahead and step out. I'm not gonna ask you again.
Very clearly drunk, right? You can see she's visibly intoxicated behind the wheel. And if we skip forward just a little bit, she goes, I met Trump. I met RFK Jr. Take a listen.
My grandpa's vehicle. Can you please help me find the car keys?
We will. Let me just finish with this. What were you doing tonight?
Just hanging out with my friend at the Ben Hotel.
And where were you headed?
Back to Okeechobee.
Do you have any like physical defects or disabilities?
No.
Do you suffer from like diabetes
No.
or epilepsy or
No.
anything like that?
No.
Do you have any problems with your
No.
eyes? Okay. Are you injured or sick?
No.
Okay.
She's clearly getting a little bit feisty with the police officer here. I'll keep playing.
Are you under the care of a doctor? Are you taking any medication or
No.
Okay. All right. So,
I literally met RFK tonight, ma'am.
you what?
I literally met RFK tonight at the Ben Hotel.
Yeah.
He was so freaking awesome. He's gonna make America great again.
You don't even need a breathalyzer test anymore. If she's saying that on camera, that RFK is going to make America great again, you know she's drunk.
What's his name?
RFK Jr.
Oh, okay.
Do you know who Donald Trump is?
Yes.
He literally just won. Please
Yes.
arrest me. Please. Take me to jail. If you don't know who that is, are you literally retarded?
What's your first name?
Jesus.
What's your first name?
Hello?
What's your first name?
Are you gonna like
What is your first name?
for what?
An incredibly entitled person called her the R word, called the police officer the R word because she didn't know who RFK Jr. is. I mean, not knowing who RFK Jr. is likely a good thing for this cop. I'm glad this cop is living a normal life and not consumed by what RFK Jr. thinks. But just to take it back, Trump oftentimes fails to condemn certain groups. He unequivocally failed to condemn extremist groups such as the Proud Boys. He said, stand back and stand by. He's failed to condemn white supremacists and far-right factions multiple times, and his second win will further embolden these groups. Law enforcement officials are waiting for essentially a renaissance of militias. If you guys saw that video I made last week where somebody snuck into a militia, and he's a liberal dude, snuck into a militia, and it turns out there were tons of sheriffs, doctors, otherwise successful people who have gotten sucked into these militias and now have nefarious intentions. So even beyond organized groups, this extends to individuals, actors who might feel shielded by this broader cultural shift. I mean, I personally know people from high school that I'm still friends with on Facebook or Instagram, and they're posting increasingly right-wing things that they probably wouldn't have posted a few years back. So when we normalize certain types of prejudice, and again, not every single person who voted for Trump is prejudiced. We cannot make blatant statements like that. But when Donald Trump is openly prejudiced and then people see that that is rewarded, he actually gets back into office, this creates a broader environment where marginalized communities like immigrants or people of color or LGBTQ people or Asian Americans just get absolutely bombarded with bigotry. But I'll leave it at that. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like, subscribe. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.